What if the man who gave us the modern world died with secrets so profound that they were worth killing for? He was a visionary who illuminated our cities, a pioneer who dreamed of free energy for all. But as Nikola Tesla grew older, his brilliance was overshadowed by obscurity, his mind filled with revolutionary ideas that powerful interests may have desperately wanted to keep hidden. His life, however, would not end with a bang, but with a chilling whisper. And the events that followed his death are a chilling tale of government agents, missing papers, and conspiracies that suggest his final secrets were deliberately erased from history. This is the story of a genius who lit the world, only to die in shadow. This video's purpose is to unravel the suspenseful and tragic final chapter of Nikola Tesla's life. Nikola Tesla was born on July 10, 1856, in the village of Smiljan, part of the Austrian Empire, now Croatia. From childhood, his mind was unlike any other, with a photographic memory, visions of inventions before they were built, and an obsession with harnessing the invisible forces of nature. By the 1880s, Tesla had revolutionized electromagnetism with his idea of alternating current, power that could be sent across miles, lighting entire cities. He moved to America, where destiny and conflict awaited. The war of currents and the seeds of betrayal. Tesla's arrival in New York City in 1884 sparked one of the greatest rivalries in American history. Working briefly under Thomas Edison, Tesla clashed with the famous inventor over the future of electricity. Edison clung to direct current DC. Tesla envisioned alternating current AC. What followed became known as the War of Currents, a brutal public battle filled with smear campaigns and sabotage. But Tesla's AC, backed by George Westinghouse, prevailed. The 1893 Chicago World's Fair lit up with Tesla's power. Soon after, the Niagara Falls Power Station cemented AC as the system that would electrify the modern world. Yet victory planted the seeds of betrayal. Tesla's dream was not just electricity for profit, but free, wireless power for all. That vision would make him enemies more powerful than Edison. The Colorado Springs experiments, 1899 to 1900. In May 1899, Nikola Tesla left New York City for Colorado Springs, at the foot of Pikes Peak, invited by patron John Jacob Astor IV, and supported by local businessmen who provided land and a lab site. He chose the high-altitude, storm-prone dry air to test his boldest idea, transmitting energy wirelessly through the Earth. His laboratory, completed on June 1, 1899, was a wooden barn with a sliding roof, topped by a 200-foot mast and copper ball, housing Tesla's largest coil yet, capable of millions of volts. Locals reported man-made lightning over 100 feet long, prairie skies ablaze, towns flickering with electrical disturbances, and horses refusing to approach. Tesla produced artificial lightning storms, with thunder so loud, neighbors feared the earth was splitting. In one test, he overloaded the city power station, burning out the dynamo and plunging the town into darkness. He meticulously recorded thousands of pages in his Colorado Springs journal. In July 1899, Tesla detected unusual signals during his radio experiments, regular, repeating patterns, unlike normal atmospheric noise. He wrote, "The feeling is growing on me that I have been the first to hear the greeting of one planet to another." Historians debate whether these were radio waves from Mars, distant pulsars, or Marconi's experiments, but Tesla believed they were proof of intelligent life. For nearly a year, he worked feverishly, convinced he could build a global wireless energy system. In January 1900, with funding running out, Tesla dismantled the lab and returned to New York, still determined to electrify the planet without wires. Wardenclyffe Tower, Tesla's vision and the collapse of a dream. In 1901, Nikola Tesla, the legendary inventor and visionary, began construction of Wardenclyffe Tower in Shoreham, Long Island, New York. Funded by financier J.P. Morgan, Tesla's ambitious goal was nothing short of revolutionary. to provide global wireless communication and the transmission of unlimited free energy to the world. Tesla envisioned a planet connected without wires, where electricity flowed freely through the air and humanity could access energy without cost. But the dream collided with reality. By 1904, Morgan had grown concerned about the project's financial viability, and he withdrew funding. He saw a greater return on investment in Marconi's wireless telegraphy, which was already working and had a clear business model. By 1906, Wardenclyffe Tower was abandoned, left unfinished, and eventually dismantled. To Tesla, it was more than a financial loss. It was a betrayal of the future he had worked tirelessly to create. The later years: eccentricity, obscurity, and legend. Following the collapse of Wardenclyffe, Tesla's fortunes declined sharply. He lived in a series of New York City hotels, including the Waldorf Astoria, and became a familiar sight feeding pigeons in Bryant Park. Despite his fading finances, his mind never ceased to invent and speculate. In his final years, Tesla's mind remained as brilliant as it was boundless, though his claims became more extraordinary. He described a revolutionary particle beam weapon, a theoretical marvel he called teleforce. But Tesla, a lifelong pacifist, saw it not as a tool of war, but of peace. He called it his peace ray, a defensive shield powerful enough to stop any invading army or fleet of aircraft, making war obsolete. But the world was on the brink of another great conflict, and the media, hungry for a sensational story, had a different name for it. They dubbed his peace ray the death ray. This chilling label stuck, overshadowing his original vision and cementing his legacy as a man whose ideas were too powerful and perhaps too dangerous for the world to handle. These bold assertions, combined with his experimental work in electromagnetism, inspired later stories and legends. One of the most infamous is the Philadelphia experiment, a purported U.S. Navy project that attempted to render a warship invisible using Tesla's theories. While mainstream history dismisses such tales as a myth, they serve to underline the enduring fascination with Nikola Tesla, a mind whose ideas were so far ahead of their time that they continue to spark wild speculation and legendary tales. The unexplained death and the seized secrets, Tesla spent his final decade in room 3327 of the Hotel New Yorker. On January 7, 1943, at the age of 86, he died alone. But death was not the end. It was the beginning of his greatest mystery. Within hours, agents from the Office of Alien Property Custodian, OAPC, and the FBI, under J. Edgar Hoover, seized Tesla's room. They seized trunks of papers, blueprints, and inventions. To this day, many of those documents remain classified. Was Tesla on the verge of unveiling free, unlimited energy, or a weapon so powerful it could alter world war? The US government's sudden interest in his work raised urgent questions. Why were these documents so valuable? What technologies might have been suppressed? And decades later, what secrets remain locked away in classified vaults, waiting to be uncovered? Conclusion: Nikola Tesla, the man who gave us the modern age, died a forgotten figure. But his shadow still looms, from lightning storms in Colorado to conspiracies of time travel, from Wardenclyffe Tower to seized FBI files. His life is both triumph and tragedy. The truth may never be fully known. But one thing is certain: Tesla was not just an inventor. He was a man who dreamed of a future so far beyond his time that even today, we are still racing to catch up. From the man who lit the World's Fair to the man who fed pigeons in the park, his genius remained. But his public life had crumbled. And perhaps that is why his greatest secrets remain buried.